What is up, YouTube? Footer RLC, and I'm here with my very first MLB The Show 16 franchise mode, and we are going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks for this. I was contemplating a few other teams. I kind of wanted to do the Royals, but I already have a series with the Kansas City Chiefs, so I figured let's do a team outside of Kansas City. And what better than the Arizona Diamondbacks? I do like the Diamondbacks. They're one of my top 5 favorite teams. I've been to Arizona like 4 times. I love their stadium, love their jerseys, and I really like a lot of their players. You know, Paul Goldschmidt, AJ Pollock, Yosmani Tomas, and a bunch of other guys. They got Greinke, who I don't necessarily like. I don't like him because when he was with the Royals, he was just kind of... I would say he was just kind of an ass when he was with the Royals. But, you know, still, he's a great pitcher. Patrick Corbin's amazing. Brad Ziegler is one of my favorite closers in the game because, you know, he's a submarine pitcher. Those are very frustrating to hit off of. So here, opening series. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do a series of video. Now, these are going to be long videos. So if you like that, then good, but if you don't, then I might just tell you guys what the best game of the series was, and you can go watch that. So the best is the third game of the series, so if you want to fast forward a little bit, and you can find the third game of the series, that is, in my opinion, is the best game out of all of them. And also, if you just want to see that one, or if you just want to see the end, then that's fine too. You know, if you don't want to sit and watch the full like 30 minutes. But let me know what you guys would like to see for this. You know, I don't really want to do each game being its separate episode because I don't want 162 episodes. You know, plus the playoffs, assuming we get there. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, I've never done this. This is all new to me. So you know, it's going to be a learning experience, right? We're going to learn. We're going to get better as time goes on. So now we're going to go out to Greinke here for the first at bat of the game, and Greinke gets a strikeout, so a pretty good way to start out the season so far. Next batter up, and Greinke gets him swinging and a miss too. Greinke so far 2 strikeouts to start the season, and there's another one. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Greinke getting them all on strikeouts. Pretty dang good, pretty amazing. Now again, I'm pretty much only going to show scoring plays for the most part, or any other like cool things that happen, or else they'd be like, this would be like an hour-long video if I did that. So pretty much just scoring plays, big, meaningful plays. As Paul Goldschmidt going to come up now with the bases empty, and Goldschmidt going to launch this one deep into right field. This one has a chance, and this one is gone. A solo home run by Paul Goldschmidt to open up the season, giving the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. And man, he just cranked that one. I was kind of shocked that one would get out, to be honest. You know, I didn't expect to have success like this that early, you know, but we did. You know, we got the big home run there. First home run of the season, 413 feet. Just cranked that one out into right center field. So a good way to start out for the Diamondbacks. We're going to take another look at this beautiful, beautiful home run. It was a no doubter. Goldschmidt knew it was out. Everyone in the ballpark knew it was out. This place is going pretty crazy right now. And with Greinke on the mound, you never know. That might be all that we are going to need. So I believe David Peralta up now. Peralta going to sky it up into deep left center field. This one maybe has a chance to get out. This one is going to be off the wall, actually. That is going to be a triple for David Peralta. Peralta digging for 3, and he's got it. A stand-up triple, I think. No, it's actually Wellington Castillo. I'm sorry, I can't always see because my display screen's kind of small. But so our catcher getting a lead-off triple. Going to bring up Jake Lamb now up to the plate. And that was actually an error. The scorers decided to put that as an error. Not quite sure why. So now Lamb up at the plate. We got a good ball down low in the zone. Lamb going to ground this one to the second baseman, but Castillo is going to be able to score easily, giving the Diamondbacks the 2-0 lead here, fairly early in the game still. And man, those jerseys are just so good looking. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Zach Greinke, see what he's doing right now. And uh-oh, that's not good. That one's deep into center field, and that one is gone. Carlos Gomez up on the catwalk, a solo home run for Colorado, cutting the lead down to just 1. Left a hanging curveball there up in the zone. Not a good idea, and Gomez crushed that one into center field, up onto the catwalk. That's one of the deepest places you can hit a ball to center field, short of hitting it off the Jumbotron. So that was a big shot, cutting the lead down to 1. But you can see here, just left a curveball hanging up in the zone, and Gomez just crushed it. Absolutely crushed that ball. But so Greinke's got to bounce back. You know, this will happen. I'm not expecting a perfect game every outing, you know, but still, That's really the only mistake Greinke's made so far today. Greinke having a phenomenal performance now. Here we go. 3-0 count now to the very next batter. The pitch from Greinke, and Greinke's going to walk him. So Greinke a little bit rattled right now, giving up the home run, walking the next batter. I do have quick counts on, because without quick counts, I would never walk. I would never get walks. I would never walk batters, any of that. None of that would happen because I swing at almost everything. This is going to be a slow grounder to Goldschmidt onto Greinke for the out. So we do give up the home run to Carlos Gomez here midway through the fourth, but we still got the lead. We still have the 2-1 lead, which is definitely always helpful. It's always wanted. We always want to have the lead. My only concern really is the bullpen, as now we are going to see Tyler Clippard come into the game. We're going to fast forward to the 8th inning now, because again, nothing really happened from about the 4th inning on, but I am going to show you guys the last 2 innings of the game. So Clippard going to come on to face Chase Blackburn here in a 1-run game in the top of the 8th inning, and here's the pitch, and Blackman, he's going to hit this one out into the right center gap, and that one's going to get down for a lead-off double. The tying run is on base now with nobody out. Not a good situation, Clippard coming in, relieving for Greinke, because Greinke was up over 100 pitches and immediately gives up a double to Charlie Blackman. So again, just got to bounce back. We got DJ LeMahieu, we got Nolan Arenado, Carlos Gomez coming up in the order. So these are some big outs for Tyler Clippard, and he gets LeMahieu swinging on strikes. That is a huge out, as you can see. 12 strikeouts for Greinke on the day, 7 innings pitched, only giving up 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 run, 1 earned. Greinke had an amazing day. Jorge De La Rosa, and actually, you guys didn't know, those two were former teammates back on the Kansas City Royals a number of years ago. Yes, Greinke and De La Rosa did used to play on the Royals, and they have both gone on. Greinke's had a much better career. Jorge De La Rosa, not so much. So now Carlos Gomez coming up to the plate. This is a dangerous hitter right now, but here's the pitch, and he's got him! Another strikeout. 2 down now here in the top of the 8th, and a chance to get out of this with no runs given up. The fans are feeling the strikeout. They're feeling the clutch gene right now as Nolan Arenado up to the plate, and he strikes out. Tyler Clippard got him. After giving up the leadoff double, Clippard strikes out 3 in a row to end the threat, and the Diamondbacks hold on to the lead, and it looks like we're going to be going on to the 9th inning with the lead. Maybe we can add on to it, maybe not. I guess you guys will just see here momentarily. As we're going to bring on Brad Ziegler to pitch here in the top of the 9th, try to close out the game. Submarine pitcher. I love submarine pitchers. Only when they're on my team. I don't like them when I'm facing them because I kind of want to break their arm. They're that frustrating. So, 2 outs to go. Last chance for the Rockies. This one going to be popped out to David Peralta in left center field. And the Arizona Diamondbacks take opening day. A low-scoring affair, 2-1. And the Diamondbacks are going to take the first game of the series. First game of the season, open up the season with a big W. So that helps. It helps a lot to get on the board early. We had a pretty good performance. The offense wasn't really too well, but again, the pitching was great. Greinke, 12 strikeouts. Could you ask any more out of him? I don't think you could. He had an amazing performance today, and expect to see that a lot this year, Diamondbacks fans, because that was an absolutely amazing performance by Greinke. Pitch count kind of kept him from staying in the game a little bit longer. The bullpen held up pretty well. A little bit concerned about Clippard, because Clippard gave out that leadoff double, but after that, he was perfectly fine. Struck out 3 in a row, the 3 biggest bats in the Rockies lineup to end the inning. And then Ziegler came in and just dominated them, got him out of the inning. So you can see there's going to be the box score for the final game. Our top hitter was Goldschmidt with that big home run in the first. And Goldschmidt, he's like the star of the team, but there's a lot of good young players. You can see Greinke being awkward on interviews like he always has been. But, man, I'm really excited to play with this team because, they got Pollock, Tomas, Goldschmidt, Jake Lamb. I love Jake Lamb, one of my favorite prospects in baseball. Well, I guess he's not a prospect, but just one of my favorite young players in baseball. They got Patrick Corbin, Greinke, Clippard, Ziegler, just a ton of fun people on this team to play with, and I can't wait for it. So, without further ado, let's get right into the second game of the series. Patrick Corbin going to be going in this one, and the Rockies looking to tie up the series at 1 apiece for a rubber match, Game 3 on Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesday in the game. You guys are going to be seeing this on Thursday, probably. I'm not sure. And again, I love the opening cinematics. I just love this game. This game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It does so many things right. and I've been loving playing this game so far this year. So Patrick Corbin going to be the starting pitcher for us in this game, the young left-hander. Going to try to look to neutralize this Rockies lineup, and again, hopefully we can get a little bit more help out of our offense, because Greinke knows very well from his time in Kansas City, he does not get a lot of run support. The year he won the Cy Young, I think his record, he was like 14-14, just because the Royals would not score when he was pitching. I don't know what it was, but Corbin looking pretty good so far, getting 2 strikeouts and ending the inning. So a solid first inning for Corbin. So again, pretty much only going to be scoring, or only going to be showing scoring plays, big moment plays, all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, I'm going to be kind of keeping these videos as short as I possibly can without leaving out too much. So Goldschmidt, who homered in yesterday's game, coming up, and we got a good pitch here, or we're looking for a good pitch at least down low in the zone, but here's the pitch, kicks and deals. Goldschmidt going to line this one deep into left field. This one has a chance to go out again, and this one is going to be actually caught by Barnes. What an amazing play. Robbed him of a base hit, a double, a triple, even if he doesn't get that. An amazing defensive play by the Rockies left fielder. Cabs off to you. You always got to tip your hat at a great defensive play. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit. I don't know what inning it is because my display screen is so small, but you guys know. So we're going to have Phil Gosselin, our second baseman, up to bat now. Gosselin lining this one into left center field. This one going to get into the gap. This one looks like it's going to be a double, possibly a triple, maybe. No, it's not. We're going to hold at second for a double there. But I believe we got the pitcher coming up next, which is not a very good spot to be in, but still, let's see if we can't capitalize on this and see if we can't possibly score some runs. A nice hit there out to left center field, just found the gap. And again, a lot of good young players on this Diamondbacks team, and that's one thing I really did like about choosing them. They got a lot of young players. A.J. Pollock. He is one of my favorite batting stances in this game. I haven't played with all the teams yet, but he definitely has one of my favorite batting stances. This one going to be lined into right field for a base hit. We're going to send Gosselin home. He's going to go to the plate. No, we are not. We're going to go back to third. We're going to run back with our tails between our legs. I'm not risking that. I'm going to try to be smart about this, because that's one thing that kind of kills me in these baseball games. I always am way too aggressive. I go home when I shouldn't go home. Yada, yada, yada. Gene Segura now up to the plate, and Segura lines this one into left field. That's a base hit. That's going to bring home the run, giving the Diamondbacks the 1-0 lead. Again, striking early. That's one thing I really want to do. I want to be aggressive, strike early on in the games. Just kind of like, it's kind of opposite of the Royals, As you guys know, I'm a big Royals fan. We score later on in the game, but I want to score early. I don't want that drama. Like, it makes for good videos, but I don't want that drama. And he's going to knock this one down the third base with Nolan Arenado, but he's not going to be able to get it, so that's going to be, I believe that's a, he reaches on an error. It might have been a base hit for Wellington Castillo. I'm not exactly sure, but still, 2 on, and the Rockies need to get out of this inning badly. For now, Phil Gosselin coming back up to the plate now as he batted around earlier in this inning. Now we're going to be shot up into center field. We're going to send the runner home and another to third. Here's the throw, and he is safe. Tomas is safe at home, and that gives the Diamondbacks now a 2-0 lead. We're going to check in on Corbin again, see what he's doing. He's striking people out, doing what he always does, striking out, as I like to call him, Porno Mustache, because if you guys see him, I think his name is Ben Paulson. If you guys see him throughout the game, or throughout this series, he has like a porno mustache, so I just call him Porn Mustache. So, once again, Corbin dealing Nick Hudley at the plate. That one almost a fair ball, and the ball boy having to get his exercise in, going and getting that one now. So, next pitch up to Nick Hudley, the catcher. This one going to be once again lined foul right to the ball boy. Ball boy makes an amazing play again. Ball boy, one of the best defensive plays we've seen today. And that's saying something, because we had that amazing catch early on in the game. And another pitch to Hudley, and Hudley lines this one to right field. Another foul ball. 3 straight fouls that could have gone fair, but barely went foul. Another pitch from Corbin to Hundley, and Hundley, this one is deep, way back, but it's foul by, I don't know, 5-6 feet maybe. That was not foul by very much, and then we strike him out to make it even worse. 4 straight hits that weren't really hits because they were fouls. So now Pollock going to come up now as we're going to go into the bottom half of whatever inning we're in. I don't even know. Here's the pitch to Pollock. Pollock lining this one into right field. This one is going to get down for a base hit. Holding at first is Pollock, and we're going to see what we can add on to this lead. Whenever we need to. We're going to be stopped momentarily. One, to look at the beautiful scenery of the Chase Field, and then we're also this day in baseball history. Rookie Jason Hayward, of the Atlanta Braves, hit his first career home run on this date in his first Major League at bat off Carlos Zambrano. So that's pretty interesting. I honestly didn't even know they were going to have stuff like that in the game. Juan Segura up to bat, lines one up the middle, another base hit. We're going to try to get Pollock over to third. Pollock's going to get to third. Runners now at the corners. I don't even know how many outs there are. I think there's like none, probably. I don't know. Just knowing me, there's probably no outs. I don't know. I'm just that amazing at this game. You know what I mean? So a big hit there. Runners now at the corners. And the starter now for the Rockies, kind of struggling a little bit, kind of struggling to get out, to now we're at the big part of the Diamondbacks lineup. Paul Goldschmidt now a strikeout and a line out today. That one out that he had, though, that could have easily been a double, though, if it wasn't an amazing play made by the defender. This one going deep. This one has a chance to get out. This one's going to be off the wall, and that's going to bring in 2 runs for Goldschmidt. No, it does not, because we're going to hold the runner at third. Goldschmidt gets an RBI double. 2 in scoring position still, and the Diamondbacks still threatening to add on to this lead now, 3-0. A good hit by Goldschmidt, and that's what he brings. You know, he's a good power hitter, has great slugging percentage. This one just up the third base line. I can't exactly see all that's going on, so I might say it's a high fly ball, and it might just be like a ground ball or whatever. And this one is a high fly ball, and this one is going to be gone. A home run by Yasmani Tomas, a big 3-run home run, and this is just getting out of hand now. It's a 6-run ball game now for the Diamondbacks. A huge home run by Yasmani Tomas out into left center field. You can do it, Yasmani. And now the Diamondbacks kind of just maybe put into cruise control a little bit here, but that's what our offense can do. That's what our lineup can do. We got a lot of pop in our bat, you know, and we can beat you in a lot of different ways offensively, and that's what I love about this team. You know, this team's got a lot of all-around tangibles that I really, really enjoy. You know, so I think I really picked a good team, and their jerseys are sick. Like, I think their jerseys are absolutely badass, and their stadium is beautiful. I went on a tour there a couple of years ago, actually. So, now, up to the plate now, we got Corbin pitching. This one a 3-0 count. This one is deep. This one is really deep, back into left field. This one might be gone, and it's going to be off the wall. That one is going to be a double. Is there a button you press to rob home runs? Because if there is, I sure don't know it, because I didn't know how to do it on that play right there. So, a lead-off double there, and then this one up to the third baseman. We're going to throw it over to first, and that one's going to get the out holding runner at second base. So hopefully we can get out of this inning, not giving up any runs. Luckily for us, though, we do have a 6-run lead, which, you know, helps a lot. It helps to have a 6-run lead. Brandon Barnes now up to the dish. Here's the pitch from Patrick Corbin, and Corbin, this one going to be a line into left field. Another base hit. Runners now going to be at the corners, as he is not going to run on David Peralta's arm. And now in a little bit of a situation here. One swing in the bat can make it a 3-run game. We're hoping to try to avoid that now. So we're going to bring in Daniel Hudson to pitch. We're going to bring in a reliever for Corbin. Corbin did what he needed to do. You know, had a fairly solid outing. Just ran into a little bit of trouble there at the end. So DJ LeMahieu now up to the dish, trying to see if he can't possibly cut into this deficit now. I believe there are 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Hudson. And this one going to be lined to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt, we try to dive, and I actually over-dive the bag. Didn't even know that was possible. But, yeah, it is. And we end up giving up a run on that play, and now it's a 5-run ball game. That was kind of a head-scratcher. That was kind of just a dumb move. So now Charlie Blackmon now up to the plate now with 2 on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and Blackmon lines this one deep into left field. This one is going back, way back, and it is gone. A 3-run home run makes it a 2-run ball game for Colorado late in the game. And things kind of fell apart. Like, can I get like a redo? Can I get a do-over this inning or something, man? Because that was not what I planned to happen at all. Like, one, that was kind of me being dumb, trying to dive, trying to be cool. Like, hey, look at me, I can dive for the bag and be cool. And then I ended up actually going over. I dove over the bag. Didn't even know that was possible. Apparently it is, though. And Blackmon didn't even know he had that kind of power in and barely got out. And again, is there a button to rob home runs? Because I mean, I pressed like the R1, I think. I don't know. It's like the right trigger on Xbox. So I don't know. Like, could I have robbed that? I think maybe I could have robbed it. I'm not quite sure. So we're gonna bring in Brad Ziegler on in the 9th to try to close out this game. And again, I was hoping I didn't have to use my closer, but I have to now because it is a safe situation, and I do not want to give up this lead again. Wins are always crucial. We got Porno mustache up, though. He's 0 for 3 as usual, not getting any hits. He might need to shave that porn mustache. Not quite sure. Here's the pitch from Brad Ziegler, and this one tries to check his swing, but he goes around, and Porno Mustache strikes out swinging, and that is, I believe, 1 out now in the inning. Next batter up, Brad Ziegler. This one's going to be a double. This one's a little bit of trouble. This one's going to get into the gap. Hopefully we can get it back in time, and he only is going to take 2 bags, getting to second base easily. Now a tying run. is standing at home plate. Can Ziegler get out of this jam right here, right now? We're going to have to see. Luckily, we do have the bottom of the lineup coming up. Jose Reyes, not really known for his power abilities, to say the least. This one swung on in the dirt. Strike three. We throw over to first in time for the out, and that is going to retire the side and end of the game. And the Diamondbacks win Game 2 a little bit, again, down to the wire a little bit. You know, the Rockies had their chance. We kind of blew like a 6-run lead. We gave up 4 runs, but limited the damage, stopped the bleeding, did what we needed to do, and got another dub. And we're going to try to sweep this series tomorrow night once again at home. And you know, I don't even remember who our pitcher is for that game. You know, I only remember Greinke and Miller. That's pretty much it. Or no, it is Shelby Miller. I just said who it was. Wow. So we're gonna have Shelby Miller going for us tomorrow night, trying to sweep the series, which would be an amazing way to start out the year. And this game, you guys are going to want to watch this next one. This one is absolutely insane and crazy. So, third game of the series. The roof is closed because there's a little bit of weather outside. So, we decided we're going to close the roof, get the air conditioning in for this one. And again, I guess an okay crowd. You know, it is early on in the year. It is a work week, so, you know, I can't expect too much. So, I guess Manny Tomas going to come up now with bases empty. Here's the pitch. Tomas swings and lines this one up the middle for a base hit. Tomas having a pretty good start to the year so far. Really looking forward to what he does. Just there's a lot of players I'm really looking forward to watching in this series. And now Goldschmidt coming onto the plate. And I know that Goldschmidt always has that home run capability now. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt lines this one. This one is deep into right center field. And this one is going to be a ground rule double, which might have helped the Rockies, because you never know. Tomas could have been off. He could have been home. He could have scored. So now David Peralta going to come up now. 2 outs now, and Peralta, I think he's hitless so far to start off the year, and the woes are going to continue this one into center field. That one's going to be an easy out. So we had an opportunity to take an early lead, and we don't come away with anything past that. So I'm going to go into now the top of the second inning. Don't know if I showed it or not because I edited this really late last night. So, Charlie Blackmon now up to the plate. We're going to see how Shelby Miller performs. We're going to see how he pitches. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be swung on and hit right up the middle. Almost took off my pitcher's head, and a base hit for the Rockies. And again, just, you know, we've had pretty good pitching so far in this game. That's a big hit for them, though. You know, I think get the leadoff man on with no outs. DJ LeMahieu now up to the plate, and he kicks and deals. The pitch from Shelby Miller, and this one swung on right to Goldschmidt. We get the out at first, but not at second base. I thought, you know what, it would be a lot easier just to step on the bag. Hopefully I was able to relay it over to second time. Unfortunately, I was not. We still get the out, though, which is pretty good for us. So, 1 out now. I think Carlos Gonzalez up. And this one's going to be a wild pitch. Ball 4 in the dirt. And the runners advance. Runners now at the corners with only 1 out. And Shelby Miller running into a little bit of a tough spot here in this game. We're going to see Nolan Arenado, who had a great season, a breakout season last year, up to the plate now. Ball 4, walks the bases, loaded. Miller, a bit of a shaky start to the game. And again, I don't want to have to pull you out, so you better do something good. We got Porno Mustache up to the plate. It's a perfect time for a ground ball inning-ending double play. Here's the pitch from Shelby Miller. And Paulson going to line this one into left field. Just gets past Lamb. The scorer will run. All the runners move up. Bases are still loaded, and the Rockies take a 1-0 lead. Okay, all right. We need to really get out of this. You know, this has the potential to really get out of hand. Gerardo Parra now up to the plate. As you can see, Shelby Miller's pitch total kind of getting up there right now. So I believe there's 2 outs now. Here's the pitch to Parra, and Parra lines this one into the second baseman. Luckily, we get that out, and we end the inning. Luckily, only giving up 1 run. That could have been much worse. Okay, they could have gotten a lot more runs in that. Luckily, they only came away with 1. But Shelby Miller, man, you got to settle down a little bit. Pollock now up to the plate, and Pollock going to swing on this one. This one going to be a single into the center. And this one actually going to get by him. This is going to be into the gap. And I'm going to go for 3 with Pollock. Pollock digging for third, and A.J. Pollock a stand-up triple into the left center field gap. A huge play for us, and now a chance to tie up the game with Wellington Castillo up to the plate now. And our catcher, you know, I don't exactly know what to expect out of him. Don't really know much about him. Here's the pitch, and this one driven deep into left field. Wellington Castillo gives the Diamondbacks the lead back 2-1 with a huge 2-run home run. And that is huge. Wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Out of my catcher, a huge home run. And so far, we've been hitting a fair amount of home runs. You know, we've homered in each game so far this year. That's pretty big. You can do it, Wellington. You can do it. And that gives us the lead right back. A solo home run for Castillo. His first on the year. I still have a chance to add on in this inning. Now, there's still a little bit of baseball left to be played in this inning. You can see the pitch there up in the zone, and he just kills this one out into left field. You definitely do not want to leave fastballs up in the zone, especially to me, you know. So that was a big home run for us to give us a lead in this game. A lucky fan out there made the catch. So once again, Porno Mustache going to come up once again with a runner on first, and I believe 2 outs. And again, my display screen is really small. I can't 100% tell. This one up the middle. This one, a beautiful, beautiful play by our shortstop, and he gets the out to end the inning. What a phenomenal play by Gene Segura to end the inning. Wow. That's pretty nice, man. That is pretty nice. We definitely needed that a lot. So here's the pitch now as they are still up here in this inning. And that one, ball 3, full count with Carlos Gonzalez. Actually, it's a 3-1 count, excuse me, with Carlos Gonzalez now on deck. And this one way up high, ball 4. He's going to take his base. Clippard running into a little bit of trouble here. You know, a little bit of trouble with his command. As you know, Clippard, I think in game 1, gave up a leadoff double, but luckily was able to retire the rest of the side. So Carlos Gomez now coming up with a runner on first. We got to get out of this situation right now. The pitch from Clippard, and this one swung on. This one belted deep into right center field. This one off the wall. This one going to be a base hit, going to move the runners up, and the runner's going home. He's digging for home, and he's going to be safe. Without a throw, he is safe at home, tying up the ball game 2-2. Cargo is pumped, and so is that Rockies bench, and Tyler Clippard gives up the tying run. This one just drilled out deep into right center field, and there was just no chance for us to get that one. And still, the chance for the Rockies to score is still there now in this inning. So we got to try to see what we can do. Runner ended up moving up to third, and the infield was in, and this one just dribbles past our second baseman for a base hit. Now make it 3-2 Colorado. Oh man, this one getting away from us a little bit more now. Nolan Arenado's got I think that was either a error or a double, not exactly sure. Just we had the infield drawn in, and just a short dribbler got right past my guys. And now we're in danger of losing the game. Luckily we did win 2. If you can win 2 out of 3 in a series, that's definitely okay. Here we go now. Bottom of the 9th, Wellington Castillo up in a 1-run ball game. I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of nervous. Let's see what happens here. And waiting for the pitch. Here's the pitch to Castillo, and Castillo drills this one deep into left field. Castillo, this one's got a chance, off the foul pole. Wellington Castillo ties the game in the bottom of the 9th, and this one has a chance to go to extra innings. The Diamondbacks will not quit, and Castillo's got his second home run on the day, and it is a big one. A clutch home run, tying up the ball game, giving the Diamondbacks the chance to answer and a chance to win the ball game and sweep the Colorado Rockies. And again, was not expecting this. The first home run that Castillo hit, wasn't expecting that. This second one, I sure as hell wasn't expecting that. Off the foul pole, perfect. And that is huge for us now as we go into extra innings and a lead-off walk. And I'm not quite sure exactly who we have as our pitcher. I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but the Rockies now have a chance to see what they can possibly do. Here's the pitch. This one into left field, another base hit. They're going to try to keep the line moving. We're going to try to stop that, get out of this inning, hopefully still with a tie game, and give our offense the chance to answer back as Hundley's got that hit right there. So again, just got to hunker down, got to hold down. I don't want to have to use Ziegler in this game, but if it gets down to that kind of situation, I might have to put him in. But I would like to give him the day off, give him a day's rest for the next series, I believe, against the Reds. Not 100% sure. So, with, I believe, just 1 out, this one going to be to Segura. Segura to Gosling to Goldschmidt for the out, and that one ends the inning. A huge double play to end the threat. Boy, was that big. So now, Wellington Castillo comes up now in the bottom of this inning. He's had 2 big home runs so far today. There's no way, there's just no way he's hitting a third. I fail to believe that this is really going to happen. You know, first 2 times, kind of a fluke. Third time, there's absolutely no way. A chance to end the ball game. Wellington Castillo, here's the pitch, and Castillo, he drives this one out. Left center field, this one's got a chance. That one is gone. The Diamondbacks are walking off Wellington Castillo, his 3rd home run of the ball game, and the Diamondbacks sweep the Colorado Rockies and win the game What a performance by Wellington Castillo. The walk-off, his teammates waiting for him at home plate. The hat trick, 3 home runs, count them, 3 home runs on the day by our catcher. Have a day, young man, walking off the ball game. These fans at Chase Field are going crazy. And what an opening series to start the year. Absolutely incredible. Diamondbacks fans, this is going to be a fun year. That's all I can tell you guys right now. This is going to be a fun year. Castillo obviously going to be player of the game with that tremendous 3 home run performance. The big 2-run home run early in the game. The tying home run in the bottom of the 9th. And then the walk-off home run, I think in the 12th, or the 11th. Not exactly sure, but we win the game and sweep the series. I hope you guys did enjoy my first episode here of my franchise series on MLB The Show 16 with the Diamondbacks. Again, let me know how you guys think I should format these. If this was too long, yada yada. If it was just right, just please let me know what you guys would recommend for how I should format this. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. As usual, have a great day, guys. Go Diamondbacks.